Having completely passed beyond error. Just a moment, please. I'm going to shut the doors to the Gompa because there's a lot of sound going on out there. Having completely passed beyond error, they reach the end point of nirvana. All the Buddhas 3 times also manifestly completely awakened to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of the great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequaled, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering should be known as truth, since it is not false. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is declared. Tayata Om Gate Gate
Parangate Parasangate Buddhe Swaha.
Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom like that. Then the Bhagavan arose from the concentration and commended the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara, saying, well said, son of the lineage. It is like that. It is like that. One should practice the profound perfection of wisdom just as you have indicated. Even the Tathagatas rejoice. The Bhagavan, having thus spoken, the Venerable Sharad Bhariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara, and those surrounding in their entirety, along with the world of gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas, were overjoyed and highly praised that spoken by the Bhagavan. Short mandala offering in English. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offering. May all living beings enjoy this. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayam. Taking refuge in generating bodhicitta, once in English, twice in Tibetan. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merits I create through listening to the Dharma, may I become a Buddha in order to benefit all sentient beings. Sangye chodang sogi choknam la
Janche Patu Dani Jasu Che Dagi Chunye Jebe Sonam
Sola pencher sangye
Roba Sho Sanje Che Da Tsuji Chonam La Janche Patu Dani Jasu Che Dagi Jison Jebe Sonam Rola Penche Sanje Roba Sho. Kange doze ni sone tawa tanje pangbi chi tambi chene tunze pa kong tamde la cha ca lo. Toni ni je zon dun jubi la chenche sanze kangje ten zhong ko cha na pime tenze jia so la so an de su shin de lun zhe xio. Tambo la ye ge da le da na je ge de bo da da mi ge na da ro kong je da na je za ba tanje ge de da ge chen do do. Thank you. So today's topic is how to be our own therapist. So my idea, is my opinion. If we practice bodhicitta to generate, genuine, bodhicitta within our mind, then we can be our own therapist. Because family peace must develop from inner peace. World peace must develop from us inner peace. Happy life must develop from inner peace. And peaceful state of mind we should develop from compassion and bodhicitta. Therefore, we should try to maintain a peaceful state of mind and develop inner peace within our mind. We must need to find out peace of mind from our mind, from on our mind. This is very important, we should try to find peace of mind from our mind, with your mind. If we cannot find peace state of mind and peace of mind within ourselves, we never find it anywhere else. Peace of mind and peaceful state of mind is not from outside, not from the market. We can't buy from market. It should develop in our mind, within our mind. So if we don't control what we think, what you can't control what we do. If we control what we think, what we can't control is what we do. So today, especially today, I'm going to talk about bodhicitta. So when we are happy, we should remember bodhicitta. When we are sad, we should remember bodhicitta. When we are old, we should remember bodhicitta. When we are die, we should remember bodhicitta. This is the best way to be our own therapist. This is very important, very, very important. When we are happy, we should remember bodhicitta. When we are sad, when we are unhappy, we should remember bodhicitta. When we are old, when we get any sick, we should remember bodhicitta. Special time, the time of at the time of the death, we should remember bodhicitta. This is the best way to be our own therapist. And we should understand bodhicitta is the moon of a mind. Bodhicitta is the moon of the mind. Because if we practice bodhicitta, then we can get mental happiness, or we can get ultimate happiness from bodhicitta practice. That's why I call bodhicitta is the moon of mind. Moon of mind. At bodhicitta, if we should understand, bodhicitta is the sun of mind. Sun of the mind. Because if we practice bodhicitta, then we can be free from the suffering of ignorance, and we can be our own lamp, and we can make our, make our bread lives. That means, I call, bodhicitta is, son of our, what is, bodhicitta is son of the mind, mind, because, if we practice bodhicitta, if we generate bodhicitta, we can be free from suffering of ignorance. And we can be our own lamp, and we can make our life is bread. You can make bread our life, We should understand bodhicitta is a jewel of the mind. Because if we practice bodhicitta, then we can achieve everything as our wish. What we want, what we can attain from bodhicitta. That's why I call bodhicitta is, jewels of the mind. First, I call this as I said, bodhicitta is, moon of the mind. Bodhicitta is the sun of the mind. Bodhicitta is a jewel of the mind. And we should understand bodhicitta is this nectar of mind, nectar of the mind. Because if we practice bodhicitta, then we can purify all of negative karmas and obstacles with the nectar of bodhicitta. This is the best way to be our own therapist. That means the practice of bodhicitta is the best way to be our own therapist. So this is very important. As I mentioned that before, when we are happy, we should remember bodhicitta. When we sad, we should remember bodhicitta. When we are old, we should remember bodhicitta. When we will die, when we are die, we should remember bodhicitta. This is the best way to be our own therapist. And we should, meditate upon bodhicitta when we afflicted by the disease. We should meditate on bodhicitta when we are sick, when we suffer under the suffering, under the disease. We should meditate upon bodhicitta when we sad. We should meditate on bodhicitta when we suffering. When we should meditate on bodhicitta, when we get security and fear. This is the way to be our own therapist. This is very important. Try to remember bodhicitta all the times, forever. When we are happy, unhappy, sad, any times we should remember bodhicitta and compassion. Then we can be a happy person. Then we can be happy life. This is the best way to, be our therapist, on our therapist. It's very important. And, if you want to help others, for example, if we want to help ourselves, then we need to generate excellent bodhicitta. And we should practice bodhicitta. Then we can help ourselves and we make a happy life. And then we can be a happy person. Many Tibetan masters and of course others, Shanghadewa said that, practicing bodhicitta is the best way to be our therapist. And this is, best practice for achieve Buddhahood. That's why, if we want to really help ourselves, we need to generate bodhicitta and we should practice bodhicitta. Then we can help ourselves and we can make happy life and then we can be a happy person. If we want to help others, we need to generate bodhicitta. Then we can have of all of the mother sentient beings, and we can be life guide for others. So that's why we should practice bodhicitta. Then we can be our own therapist. And in this way, we can help ourselves and we can help our other sentient beings. So bodhicitta, our bodhicitta practice is the main cause of happiness. And, my opinion, this is bodhicitta is the best, cause of mental inner happiness, and inner peace. So, the supreme thing to know is bodhicitta is, we should think of bodhicitta. And to know bodhicitta, then we can be great thinker. The supreme thing to learn is bodhicitta. So we should learn about bodhicitta, then we can be best learner and best practitioner. Then we are best, knowledgeable. The supreme thing to the practice is bodhicitta. So we should practice in bodhicitta. Then we can be best practitioner. And to meditate on the bodhicitta, we should meditate on bodhicitta forever. Then we can be best meditator, and our meditations become best course of Buddhahood. This is a best way to be our own therapist. So we try to, spend our life with bodhicitta and compassion. This is the best way to be our therapist. If we practice bodhicitta, then we can be free from mental obstacles and mental sickness. If we practice bodhicitta, then we can be free from suffering of interacting samsara. If we practice bodhicitta, then we free from fear and stress and anxieties. And if we practice bodhicitta, then we can stop, bad conducts and bad actions. Therefore, this is the best way to be our own therapist. So therefore, we should practice bodhicitta forever for inner peace, for good life, for achieve Buddhahood, for everything. If we don't have bodhicitta, then we will can't able to obtain nirvana from samsara. And if we don't obtain nirvana, then we always controlled by two chains of grasping minds. This means grasping of grasping mind of person and grasping mind of the phenomena. That way, we should practice bodhicitta and meditate on bodhicitta more. In this way, we should achieve liberation and nirvana from suffering of samsara. This is the best way to, be our own therapist. And we should understand the practice of bodhicitta is self and others are, equal. And practice of bodhicitta is, exchange of self for others. And this is the best practice of exchanges, self happiness and other suffering. So, bodhicitta practice is the most important and most powerful. And this is the best way to be our own therapist. We should understand the practice bodhicitta is the others, are cherishing more than oneself. This is the best practice of cherishing others. This practice of others dearer than oneself. If we try to generate such beautiful mind and such a sweet mind, such a powerful mind with your mind, then we can be happy. Then we can make meaningful life. Then we can be free from suffering of samsara. This is really the best way to be our own therapist. The practice bodhicitta is the planet that fulfills purpose of oneself and others. This means if we practice bodhicitta, consistently, then we can achieve truth oneself benefit and others benefit at the same time. So this is the best way to be our therapist. We should remember, for us, practice bodhicittas any times, forever. If we should remember bodhicitta when our feeling down and when we are unhappy, we should remember bodhicitta when we are scary and feeling fear. And we should remember bodhicitta when we suffer and when we have a suffering from the body and mind, all the times we should remember bodhicitta. Then we can be happy. Then we can be our own therapist. And then we can be free from suffering of samsara and free from obstacles. We should remember bodhicittas when our feel joy and we are happy. When we should remember bodhicitta, when our feel happy and successful life. We should remember bodhicitta when someone makes us angry and harm to us. We should remember bodhicitta. This practice bodhicitta can save you and protect you. We should remember bodhicitta when we become lazy and when our dull mind. This means when we lack brightness of mind. We should remember bodhicitta. This is very important. All the times. Because we are not perfect. We are very ordinary, So always control, us, by the negative emotions and, obstacles. So if we remember bodhicitta, practice is the best antidote to these obstacles. Especially we should remember bodhicitta when we, become lazy. And when our, mind dull. We should remember bodhicitta when we feel run down and feel discouraged. In this way, we need to develop our inner strength and inner peace and maintain, peaceful state of mind. It's very important. We should understand with the practice bodhicitta one's on our purpose is accomplished, and practice with bodhicitta. Others, purpose are accomplished. With bodhicitta, once gets rid of what cause of fear. And with practice bodhicitta, an antidote to selfish and egocentric, So we need to practice bodhicitta anytime, anywhere. We should remember bodhicitta for all the times. Morning to evening. In our daily life, we should remember bodhicitta. In this way, through this kind of the practice, bodhicitta, we can be a happy person, and we can be really, we can make a happy life and make meaningful life. And we should we can develop inner peace. This is the best way to be our own therapist, We should understand, the precious bodhicitta is a main cause of activity of body to accord to with the Dharma. We should, understand, bodhicitta is a main cause of activity of activities of speech, to become pure Dharma. We should understand bodhicitta is the main cause of activities of mind to, become pure Dharma. We should understand if we practice bodhicitta, make virtues of the body and body pure, and make virtues of speech pure, and make virtues of mind pure. In this way, we can achieve Buddhahood very fast. That's why many Indian masters, Tibet masters said that, Buddhahood is with our hand. Buddhahood in the tip of our fingers. That means, everything depends on our practice. If we practice bodhicitta all the times, forever, remember bodhicitta forever, we can achieve Buddhahood very fast and very easily. We should understand if we, lack of bodhicitta, without bodhicitta, we will not get enlightenment. Even if we are restrained from us, weakness, even if we get us together, so, wholesome Dharma. Even if we meditate on the, channels, winds and drops and this, this means if we practice very hard and especially practice Tantra, but still we can't achieve Buddhahood without, practice bodhicitta. Without generate bodhicitta, without practice bodhicitta. You practice very hard, on something like part of Tantra practice, but still you can't achieve Buddhahood. That's why we should practice bodhicitta. It's very important. But we should understand, if we want to generate bodhicitta, we need faith. If we want to generate bodhicitta, we need to unconditional love. We need. If we want to generate bodhicitta, we need compassion. If we want to generate bodhicitta, we need to meditate on bodhicitta. This is very important. We should practice bodhicitta. Without meditate on bodhicitta, without practice bodhicitta, we can't to generate bodhicitta. If we don't practice bodhicitta, never we generate bodhicitta. So we need to practice bodhicitta any times. We should remember bodhicitta. When we sleep, when we stand up, when we go, when we walking, we should remember bodhicitta. This is the best practice. Especially this is the best way to be our own therapist, We should remember when we talk. We should remember anytime what is bodhicitta, anytime. Then we can be a happy person, really. Then we want to help others. Then we share with others. Want to, share with other people. Then we can, smell to other people. All the times, if you remember bodhicitta, then you can be a happy person. Then you can be, you can make a happy life. This is the best way to be our therapist, on our therapist. This is best, medicine for mental sickness, mental sick, So we need to practice bodhicitta. So we learn more about bodhicitta and meditate on bodhicitta more. So, if as I mentioned that before, if you really, practice bodhicitta, then really everyone trusts you, everyone love you, everyone take care of you, everyone want to be a friend of you, your friend, can be your friend. Then you can be really, attractive person for everyone. This is a very important practice, bodhicitta. As I mentioned that before, when we are happy, we should remember bodhicitta and practice bodhicitta. When we are sad, when we are old, when we are sick, we should remember bodhicitta. Then we can, we can be happy in a moment and moment. And we can, remember bodhicitta and can be happy at the time of the death. This is the best, ending of our life. Actually, many Tibetan masters say that if you can't practice any emptiness, okay. If you can't practice any what is higher, Dandra, it's okay, no problem. If you can practice bodhicitta, this is enough. Then we can make meaningful life. Then we can be a happy person. Then through this way, we can get a good life. We can get, good natural birth. Next life, good next life, higher next life. That's why we need to practice bodhicitta and try to generate bodhicitta with your mind. And if you have, mind of enlightenment or, a mind of enlightenment to attain some Buddhahood for the sake of other sentient beings. This is a bodhicitta mind. This is a bodhicitta. So we should develop this mind. So we need this practice. So this is the most important, all the times we remember, so we should remember what is bodhicitta. As I mentioned that before, in this way we can find peace of mind. In this way we can achieve liberation and Buddhahood. Actually, we should understand, okay, a peace of mind or, peaceful state of mind and liberation and Buddhahood. Everything from with your mind, not from outside, not from the market. We can't buy from market. Everything, this good qualities from with your mind. So we should try to find out with your mind. As I mentioned that before, everyone have seed of compassion. Everyone have seed of the Buddhahood and Buddha nature. So if we practice hard, if we practice bodhicitta consistently, we can achieve bodhicitta. We can generate bodhicitta and achieve Buddhahood. So anyway, now I must stop here. If you have any question, please ask me.
Anybody online have a question? I have a question. Yeshima.
Yes, please.
So the two main ways to develop bodhicitta are to exchange ourself for all others. And the other one is the seeing all beings as having been our mothers throughout our countless lives. And then there's 6 or 7.
Yes.
That. I've read in different places that one is easier than the other, and the different books that I've read contradict each other. But do you have a suggestion or which one we might?
Actually, these two methods are not contradict. Okay, not a contradiction. But if you practice this, especially this 7 method to generate bodhicitta, This is special for very ordinary people. Okay. Another one is special for higher, what is higher practitioners. And there are two different levels, okay? One's a higher level and the one's a lower level. Lower level people, should practice, there's a 7 method to, method to generate bodhicitta. And what is smart people and those who are, mind shy, those people can practice, exchange self and others. Actually, we can practice this too. This is not any contradiction. If you practice the 7 method to generate bodhicitta, this can help practice exchange self and others. And if you practice exchange self and others, this can help to practice this 7 method to generate bodhicitta. Yeah. Anyway. So have any question? Yeah, actually, we need to try, practice bodhicitta. Then we can see, we will see something special. Really, without try, we don't know. We never know. We never get any special feeling. Of course, we even never try. That's why we should try. We should try to remember bodhicitta all the times. Then you can change your life. Then you can change your mind for better. Really, so that's why we need to try. All the time try, we should need to try. Yeah, please.
So sometimes
Can you please repeat the question? We cannot hear on Zoom.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear me now? Hear me now? Can you hear me now? On. The button is on. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Thank you for the reaction. My second question was, sometimes when I read books or hear teachings, the word compassion is used along with bodhicitta. And to me, they're different things, but very close. But bodhicitta is much more full. It's our awakened mind that we do compassion for the sake of becoming enlightened, not just for ourselves, but for all beings, because we know we're all suffering and we see ourselves bumble around and make mistakes and say the wrong things and hurt people and hurt ourselves and walk this planet in such a crude way sometimes. So I get that compassion is very, very important and would be my first step towards bodhicitta. But it's very different, isn't it, Geshe-la? Is it compassion is a different quality than bodhicitta? Bodhicitta is bigger, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So, according to the ordinary people and before achieve Buddhahood, bodhicitta and compassion is totally different. Bodhicitta, compassion is in the cause of bodhicitta. Okay. And as I mentioned that before, compassion is, main cause of bodhicitta. Compassion is, substantial cause. We call substantial cause of bodhicitta. This is most closely cause, most importantly cause. This is main cause. That's why we call, substantial cause. And after achieve Buddhahood, then bodhicitta and Buddha's, compassion is not different. Okay. This actually, definition is different. Compassion, the wish to be all other sentient beings free from suffering. Bodhicitta is, to achieve Buddhahood, wish, to achieve Buddhahood for all the of other sentient beings. So, mind of enlightenment to attain Buddhahood for the sake of other sentient beings. This is bodhicitta. Okay, anyway.
Okay, if no questions.
Yes, if no question, then you pray.
Okay. Dedication prayers in Tibetan. Ewa di nur du da Lama
Sanje Rowa Je Jama Ba Ei Sala Ngo Ba Sho
Yang Chub Sem Chog
Rinpoche Ma Je Pa Na Je 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 Wa Nyang Ba Me Ba Ya Kone Konde Pe Wa Sho.
Long life prayers for His Holiness the Dalai Lama in English. Or do you want to do it in Tibetan, Geshe-la?
Yes, okay. Your
Tibetan.
choice.
Hmm?
Kariro, yeah.
Please start, Geshe-la.
Kariro Gui Shin Kandi Penda Dewa Malin Join Jiri Senwa Tenzi Jazoi Jabe Senta Batu Tenjoji.
Prayers for the swift return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Fearless teacher and assembly of the children of the victorious ones, Sravakas and Prachika Buddhas, victorious Lozang, father and sons, along with the lineage masters. All of the objects of refuge in infinite lands, please bestow the virtue of goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice, you wore the armor of patience that is never discouraged. Incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make request. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and for mother living beings, you suddenly departed to peace. What a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of the victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate descendants. And we always pray for our Geshes, Geshe-la Dhondup, for a long, healthy life, and for Geshe Sherif also long, healthy, and all of our other teachers.
Jisina ka ne badan dwa jisine jeba dese dane ne jinen dwe donga se wa sho. Senje neba jenye ba ni tune le ta chu jin dwe ne ne ma le ba ta tun jo wa me ba sho. Yang she sen jo ren bo chen ma je ba na je chi chi jo wa nyam ba me ba ya ko ne kon de pe wa sho. Jambe ba wa chi da chen ba da kun de sam bo de a de je de ta kun ji ji se da ya ra ge wan de ta tam je ra do ngo. Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe-la.